back, everybody, to another Blue Light Special episode. We're talking about stuff that's cheap but worth it. Today we're in the kitchen. I'm going to show you a little item that I have come to rely on. It is a jar and bottle opener. This little guy is a grip it type item. It's like a giant pair of tweezers, and you'll notice that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 different size circles in it. This guy is here to help you in the kitchen opening items that are difficult to open. Now, if you're like me, as you get older, you'll notice your hands are a little less willing to take those tough to open jars and squeeze hard enough to get them to pop. Same is true for me, especially with some of the power drinks. With the way they adhere the cap to the special security ring, it's sometimes impossible to get that sucker open. How many times have you had to hand it to somebody else and ask them to get it open for you? When I'm home alone, this is my go-to friend because there is no one that I can pass the jar to. So I'm just going to show you how this little guy works. I have here a jar of jam, and I'm going to select the size that looks like it's about the size of the lid, and I'm going to clamp this little opener right down onto the lid. Now, what I'm noticing is that even though that looks like the right size, because it's the same size, all it does is spin. So I'm going to go one smaller. This is going to seem a little counterintuitive to go that small, but this is actually going to work. The beauty of this apparatus is that instead of having to close my hand so hard around the smallness of the lid, all I have to do now is hold the larger blue apparatus. I just squeeze and turn. It's really crazy how simple it makes things. So there's my lid for that. This is a product that has a probiotic liquid. It's usually very tightly sealed. I've never had to not use this with it. This guy has a really tiny lid, so he's going to use the smallest circle, and I've noticed that this is actually the one I use the most. It's starting to wear out because these tiny lids are the hardest for me to grip. So I'm just going to fit him right into there. I'm going to squeeze on the blue part. Snaps right open, so easy. The last one is my Gatorade. He's kind of a middle of the road size. He's too big for that, too small for that. Let's see if we can go for one more, and I'll see if I can get this little... Yep, there it goes. So one more time, I'm just noticing this little guy that cost me about $4 in a catalog has been way worth it. It's really helpful for your hands. It's also really helpful for people who have arthritis or have had an injury with their hands. Makes it so easy. Check out more of my cheap but worth it on other segments of Blue Light Special. Subscribe to my channel, share with a friend, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.